Have you ever looked at a synthetic wig or extensions and thought, can I just dye this the same way I would normal hair? And the short answer is, maybe. In some situations, yes, it is possible to change the color of synthetic hair, but not in the same way you would color human hair. And if you use the wrong method, there is a very good chance you will end up with the hair that feels patchy, stiff, tangled, or just completely ruined. So make sure you stay tuned to avoid this. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what works, what does not, which methods are the safest to use, and what you need to know before attempting to color a synthetic wig or hair extensions, as well as the product recommendations for the best result, with links to order the products provided in the description below. And make sure you stay tuned until the end because I'm also going to reveal why it might actually be better just to select the right color synthetic hair in the first place, rather than trying to color it later, but all will be revealed. I'm Celine, pro hairstylist at Cosmetic World in North America, here to guide you through common questions in the hair care and hair coloring world. Today we're talking about questions that a lot of people have asked at some point, which is, can you color synthetic hair? This is one of those topics that sounds super simple at first, with people googling questions like, can you color synthetic hair? How to dye synthetic wig, or can you bleach synthetic hair? And you suddenly get hit with hundreds of different answers and endless methods, which quite honestly are most terrible ideas. And I completely understand why this topic is so confusing. Because synthetic hair looks like natural hair and is styled pretty much the same way, right? So a lot of people assume it should react to color in the same way human hair does. No. They try doing it themselves and end up really disappointed. Don't let these things happen to you. On scientific level, synthetic hair is biologically different from human hair, which means the way color works on it is also different, which requires different approach. In this tutorial, I want to keep things simple and practical, so you never have to resort to Google again. By the end of today's tutorial, you will know whether synthetic hair can actually be colored, why regular hair dyes usually don't work on it, the safest way to change the color, and what you should avoid completely, and how to make the final result look better and last longer. Just before we get started, I would like to quickly run through our YouTube disclaimer. Cosmetic World tutorials are for information purposes only and should not be treated as a medical advice. Always seek professional help when needed and book a consultation with professional hairstylists for specific recommendations to suit your needs. Right now, let's get back into the video. So let's start with the main question. Can you color synthetic hair? Yes, but with specific limitations. The main one being that synthetic hair does not absorb color the way human hair does. Fact: with human hair, color can penetrate the hair shaft and properly adhere to it. But with synthetic hair, most of the time you are not really dyeing it at all, but more likely tinting it or staining it or just coating the surface of the fiber. Very different, right? On a positive note, this means that it could work really well for when you are trying to go darker, add tone, create dimensions, or do something more temporary and controlled. But if you are trying to make synthetic hair lighter, that's where you will likely encounter issues. So it's not even worth going there at all. Once you accept this, everything else in this tutorial will start to make a lot more sense. And if you want more hair tutorials like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media because we regularly post professional breakdowns to help you avoid common mistakes when it comes to hair color and hair care. Now let's talk about why synthetic hair behaves so different. Synthetic hair is made from man-made fibers rather than natural hair, so it behaves much more like a very fine plastic-based material. Because of that, the color is not interacting with the natural hair structure the way it normally would in the salon. This is also why regular permanent dyes, semi-permanent, or bleaching on the synthetic hair usually do not give the result people are expecting. The color is baked into the hair fibers during manufacturing, so trying to chemically force a major color change is much harder and it can damage the structure and hair integrity very quickly. Another thing that matters here is the type of synthetic hair you are working with. Some synthetic wigs are heat-friendly or heat-resistant, and some are not, which is important if you are trying methods that involve hot water or heat, because if the hair is not designed to tolerate higher temperature, then it can warp, freeze, or even melt. So before you color anything, just ask yourself, what kind of synthetic hair is this, and what result am I actually trying to get? And this will help to guide your approach effectively. Now let's discuss some popular methods that people use to add color to synthetic wigs and extensions. First, let's talk about temporary color sprays. This is one of the easiest and safest options, especially if you want a quick color change without committing to something more permanent. If you are trying to add a fashion color, deepen the tone, or just change the look for an upcoming event, temporary color spray is a very practical option because it sits on the surface and therefore you are not subjecting the hair to a harsh chemical process. A product like L'Oreal Professional Hair Touch-Up Spray is a brilliant option for this. This type of product is less about a dramatic color transformation and more about adding realistic depth and more believable finish, which can elevate a synthetic wig to give a natural finish. Another route you can take is the use of the Root Touch-Up Spray. This is such a good option if you want the hair to look more natural rather than looking obviously colored. For example, if a wig looks too flat or oversaturated near the root compared to the mid and ends, or just a little too artificial overall, a root touch-up spray can help create a gradual shadow root effect or soften the look entirely. A good example would be something like BTL Professional Color Code Temporary Hair Color Spray. One thing to keep in mind is that temporary color can transfer easily, especially if you apply too much of it or do not let it dry fully, so never overspray or apply in a rush. Now let's discuss alcohol-based inks or surface tinting methods. This is where you can get a little bit more creative. If the synthetic hair is light enough, some people use alcohol-based inks or other surface tinting methods to create pastel tones, streaks, or even ombre effect, which can all look stunning. Whilst this can work, it should be approached with caution because the more color you apply, the more likely the synthetic hair fibers are prone to drying out or feeling rough afterwards. Synthetic hair does not replenish moisture and natural oils in the same way as natural hair, so be cautious about how much product you are applying to it. Remember to always do a patch test first to ensure the most desirable result. Now let's get into if you can use professional color system to tone synthetic hair extensions in the same way as human hair. Regular box dye or salon color mix with developers are made for human hair, not plastic fibers. When you attempt to apply them to synthetic hair, the pigment doesn't adhere as it should, and you will typically be left with a sticky residue on the surface of the plastic strands, wasting time and money and potentially damaging your synthetic wig or extensions. And if the extensions are already dry, tangled, or a lower quality, I would be even more careful because synthetic hair fibers will not improve after coloring. Okay, this leads us perfectly into another common questions I often get asked. Can you bleach synthetic hair? The straightforward, honest answer is no. At least not in the same way people usually mean when they ask that question. The job of bleach is to leave pigment from human hair, but synthetic hair does not respond in the same way. So instead of lifting the hair, what usually happens is the fiber get damaged, weakened, discolored in really strange ways, or simply lose their texture completely. So if your plan is to buy a dark synthetic wig and bleach it blonde, I really would not recommend that. Instead, buy the right wig in the first place. Or even better, have a few lighter options available so that you can wear the one that best reflects your mood of the day. Okay, before you apply anything, proper preparation matters, and honestly, this is another place where people rush, and you absolutely shouldn't cut any corners. First, make sure the wig or extensions are clean because if there is excess product buildup, oil, or residue sitting on the fiber, the color will not deposit evenly, leading to undesirable results. Second, always detangle the hair gently before you start because you don't want to be fighting knots while trying to apply color. Trust me. And third, always do a strand test first before full application. I know people will often skip this patch test because they think it is a waste of time, but with synthetic hair, it really is necessary. You need to know whether the color will even show up, whether it will go patchy, does the hair fiber stay soft post-application, or if the shade is even worth applying in the first place. These questions are easily answered by doing a patch test first. It could save you a lot of time and hassle if done correctly in the first place. Even when people use the right product, sometimes the result still does not look very good, and that usually comes down to technique. The first thing is to work in light layers. If you oversaturate synthetic hair, especially with sprays or pigments, it can start looking heavy, crunchy, or uneven very quickly. So build the color gradually instead of trying to get everything done in one pass. The second thing is sectioning. If you do not section the hair properly, you are probably only coloring the top layer and missing everything underneath. And the third thing is being realistic with the color choice. Synthetic hair usually looks better when you are adding depth, adjusting the tone, or doing controlled color placement rather than trying to completely transform it. Sometimes a shadow root or soft darker blends ends up looking much better than a full all-over color experiment. Once you color synthetic hair, how you care for it afterward makes a big difference, because even if the color turns out nicely, rough handling can spoil the finish pretty quickly. So you want to be gentle when detangling, especially if the fibers feel slightly drier after coloring. This is where something like even 5-second detangler for wig can be very helpful, especially if the wig starts feeling a little rough or tangly afterward. You also want to avoid overwashing it. Synthetic hair does not need constant washing, and the more you wash it, the more likely you are fade a temporary color or wear the fibers down faster. So to recap, sometimes the smartest choice is not coloring your synthetic hair at all, especially if the color change you want is dramatic or you attempting to go significantly lighter. It may honestly make more sense just to buy the right color from the beginning. Because with synthetic hair, there is always a limit. And once the fiber is damaged, you cannot really undo the way you might be able to improve human hair with treatment or trimming. So if you are doing minor enhancement, temporary color, or a darker effect, coloring can make sense. But if you are trying to completely reinvent the wig, that is where I would stop and think twice. Hopefully, this tutorial has made the whole thing a lot clearer and help you avoid some very expensive mistakes. Now, let's quickly remind ourselves of the main checklist from today's video. If you want a subtle change, a darker tone, or added dimensions, temporary spray, root touch-up products, and gentle surface color methods are usually your safest option. If you are thinking about dyeing, bleaching, a major lift, or a dramatic transformation, that is usually where synthetic hair stops being realistic to work with. And buying the correct color wig from the start is often the smartest choice. Above all, if you are going to try anything at all, always trend test first. Work in light layers and focus on keeping the fiber wearable rather than forcing a result that the hair was never designed to handle. All of the product mentioned today, including temporary color option, detanglers, extensions, wigs, and other professional beauty essentials, are available at www.cosmeticworld.ca with international shipping available, so we can reach you at your home or directly at your salon. We also stock a range of professional hair colors, developers, as well as Korean skincare. Follow us on our social media channels for the latest special offers, new product releases, and more professional hair advice. If you found this helpful, give it a like. Subscribe for more professional hair tutorials, and I look forward to seeing you on the next tutorial.